she'll have a lot of confidence going forward. Looking forward towards the likes of the World Championships next year. Who knows, we might even see her at the end of this month at the Super Cup in Oklahoma. Let's hope so. Right, well, we're going to go to the start of the 500-meter race to look at the C4. Now, in Canada, maybe something similar they have would be the war canoes, where they have 15 people in a boat, a little bit like a dragon boat. This one only 4 this time, but it's a tricky event nonetheless, and an exciting one to watch. So
go on.
I was just going to say, there's the lineup we can see there. It's not the biggest of fields, but still should be a good one. Hungary, Poland, Ukraine, Spain, Germany, and Canada.
Something that the Canadians certainly do have a lot of culture in coming from that war canoe, so they certainly will be aiming to be competitive in this event. It is quite an exciting event, seeing a C4 charge down the line, and as we mentioned, this headwind's going to be really difficult, particularly for the back paddler. They're trying to steer through this water, so it'll be quite a difficult job for them.
It's a tricky one. Have you ever paddled C4, David?
Do you know what? I haven't paddled a C4, but I have paddled a war canoe. Back when we were here in 2009, we were at Rideau Canoe Club, and we managed to get into a war canoe, did a couple of races, and it is actually very enjoyable and quite exciting to be in a war canoe when it is at full speed. So
I believe quite dangerous as well. They've got to keep out the way of the other boats. And they actually had an event, didn't they, that World Championships, as part of the World Championships, as kind of a demonstration event. Well, still, there are World Championship medals up for grabs here. So although this is a very entertaining race to watch, particularly if it starts to go wrong, it's also an important one for these paddlers. So in Hungary, Zombori, Kozaks, Slihoci and Kola, they go in lane 3. The Poles, Kitievski, Slavinsky, Glazunov and Zazula. Now watch for them. I'd expect this crew to be good. They're in lane 2. In lane 3, Vergeles, Rybachok, Vandyuk and Mischuk also expected to do well. The Ukrainians in lane 5. Then you've got Spain, Moreno, Granata, Fontan, Sierro in lane 6. Peter Kretschmer leads the Germans. A very experienced German, was the Olympic champion in C2 1,000 meters back in 2012, Peter Kretschmer. And he's with Fabian Schatz, Moritz Adam, who made the final in the C1 500 meters here, and Nico Pickert, who was the silver medalist in the C1 200 meters here. So watch for the German crew in lane 7, although it looks like they've not made it, unfortunately. Then we've got Canada. Laidlaw, Plumto, Billard and O'Neill go in lane 8. So the final of the C4 men 500 meters. Well, underway. It looked like Spain got away to the best start. So 500-meter race, difficult conditions for these C4 paddlers. Working together in harmony is the absolute priority for these paddlers. And, well, pretty high stroke rate and good speed at the moment in the early stages from Spain.
Yeah, Spanish nailed that start. It seems like they've really got that work done from a lot of that 200 type style of the work. So they just jumped out and they've just settled into a really nice rhythm now. So you just see they're just stretching out, getting some really good run for each stroke, just holding that distance between them and the Ukrainians.
Yeah, Poles that we saw at the top of your picture also beginning to come to the fore now as we get to the halfway mark. But Spain's have made absolutely all the early running, but you can see from that great shot from behind the view that the paddlers have as they approach the finish line. They can see the boys at 200 meters. Well, Spain have got the lead, but Poland beginning to put them under pressure. There's potential here for the Poles to overcome the Spanish, and maybe the Ukrainians who are still in there to sneak through, if not for the win, at least for a medal.
It looks like the Poles are just grabbing that little bit more water, just holding on, just pushing through a little bit more, but I think the Spanish, at least the last 100, just keeping that rate up just a little bit higher, just might keep them on their work enough.
Well, it's going to be incredibly close. The Ukrainians are coming, the Poles are coming, as you said, with a slightly longer stroke rate. The Spanish looking a bit more choppy, but they've still got the lead. As we'll be getting to the final few strokes, they can sense the finish line, even if they can't see it. And it looks as if they get the lunge right, it will be Spain who will take the World Championships ahead of Poland, with Ukraine in third.
Another gold medal for Spain. They are having a fantastic World Championships.
Well, goodness me, they are. I mean, this must be their most successful World Championships so far. Incredible. They had 3 gold medals to their name and 2 silvers. Looks like that's going to be 4, and they'll stay very much at the top of the medal table. Really impressive. Great facilities in Spain.
Look, yeah, it's really quite interesting what's happening within Spain. Like, I did have a conversation with the president and the high performance director around what's different that they've been doing this season. And one thing that they did mention is that they haven't had individual seat trials when it comes to team boats. In terms of, if I'll just reflect onto the K4 as when they finally won the World Championship this year, that most years they have seat trials in their K4, and anyone who's been involved in individual seat trials when it comes to a crew boat, it can be quite an ugly place. So they've gone, okay, first cross the line for a K4, you go. So I dare say the similar thing might have happened with the C4, and it's given these crews that time to lock down and train over the season, just focus on that one event, which is clearly showing it's paying off for them.
Well, there's one thing about that kind of selection policy is clarity, isn't it? And often athletes, although they may disagree with it, at least they know exactly where they stand and what's going to happen there. And it's clearly worked for the men's K4 and quite possibly for the canoe as well. Another great result for Spain, staying top of the medal table. Germany, as far as the medal table goes, beginning to hunt them down in second place, with Hungary not far behind. But yeah, good result for Spain. They've got some great facilities in Seville and Galicia as well, and Asturias, where they'll train in this spring and through the winter. And it's really paying off for them, and hopefully in just a minute we'll see them join Ross on the pontoon.
Sí, señor. Qué carrerón. Qué carrera. ¿Arrancaste primero ya? Sí, arrancaste primero. Maravilla. Qué maravilla. Llegó, tío. Llegó, tío. Llegó. Sí, joder. Tony, ¿qué?
Congratulations, boys. Congratulations, C4 world title.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a very insane race, very hard with the headwind, but it's the work we do around the year, and thank you very much.
Yeah, Spain is so strong in canoe at the moment. What's going on there?
We have an amazing team. The team of canoe in Spain is so hard. We have a lot of level, and that is one of the things because we stay in the top.
Certainly do. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
¡Campeones del mundo!
¡Vamos!
Well, you can see just what that means to the Spanish paddlers. They have indeed got a great setup for both kayak and canoe. And another gold medal for Spain. Poland taking the silver. Ukraine take the bronze. Well, we'll look forward very shortly to the K2 women's 500 meters.